stress.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 3, episode 2. Okay, let's get it started. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Do not forget to like the video. Okay, like either on your way in or on your way out. It is always greatly appreciated. You can also remember to comment in the comment section, to hit that share button to share this video on your social media, on your Facebook or your Twitter. Share me with who you love. Okay, share me because sharing is caring. Okay, do not forget to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. You also want to inhale and exhale because you do not want to be out here not calm, cool, and collected. Okay. Do not forget to also follow me on social media on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And as y'all know, that is always in the description box of every single video. Y'all should always check the description box because you never know what information is down there that you need and whatnot. Okay. But I'm here. Okay. Let's get into this stuff. So the episode starts off. We see Kimmy, okay, goes to see Maurice. She wanted to tell him about the conversation that she had with Tisha at Tisha's surprise graduation picnic out there at the park or whatever. Now she brings up how Tisha was saying that, you weren't reaching out to me, you weren't checking on me, you were not being a good sister to me, Kimmy. You didn't do this and that for me, Kimmy. I need your attention, girl. By anyway, she brings up how I kept telling her like, but I kept hearing you say, hey, I was doing something things that was wrong. You kept coming for me. I'm a bad sister. I don't do this. I don't do that. So why would I reach out to someone who has so many things to say about me that are negative or whatever? And I like Maurice's response. He was like, does she look at you as a sister, or is that just a term she's using? Okay, because if you want, if she wants you to be anybody except you, then she would get let down every single time. I'm like, yes, that's very, very true. And Kimmy brought up how, like, I said that to her, that I can't be anybody but me. Like, do you want me to act differently because it's you? Is that what you want me to do? And she's like, and Kimmy and Tisha said yes. I was like, the fuck? Kimmy is right. Tisha's crazy. Because how do you want someone to be someone other than themselves to please you when you won't be anyone except your crazy ass self, raised with that crazy family? Okay, Tisha is on some bullshit if I ever heard it, but I'm gonna leave that be. But I like how Maurice and Kimmy both laughed at Tisha's thought that Kimmy should be someone different to help please Tisha. I'm like, girl, bye. And I love Kimmy said, I'm not gonna change myself for anybody. Okay, I am who I am. Okay, now we also see Tisha at the house talking to Marcel about the conversation with Kimmy. But she got to twist a little bit, okay, a little bit of twist to make it seem as if Kimmy was on some BS. She brings up how, but Kimmy was making it seem like, no, I'm sorry. Tisha was making it seem like Kimmy had an issue with the thing she heard Tisha saying about her. And, I'm like, what? What? And she also brought up how, and she had an issue with me not defending her with Kyle. And I was looking like, first of all, Kimmy said all of those things in response to you asking her to do something for you that you were not doing for her. She gave you examples of what you were asking for from her that you did not do. Tisha's crazy. Tisha is, girl, someone get her. But it's her family. She was raised in some foolish shit and she's still down with it or whatever. Now, Marcel just say, you know what, I don't think you can really worry about that or whatever because, you know what I'm saying, it's just way too much stuff to deal with whatever. Women's friendships or whatever is always crazy. I'm like, Marcel, shut up, okay? He also brings up how, well, first of all, your family at the event or whatever was out here kind of check me about things in the past. And he was like, what happened? He brings up how, which we did not see on camera, was her brother checking Marceau, asking him, so you got another baby? I heard it's a baby. Is it a baby? She's like, what? Oh my God. People out here listening to these blogs. That is so dumb. Now, we all know that Monica was the one, the avatar, who was the one saying that he had a whole baby. Did a whole. Is she around still? Is she still a, I don't know. Anyway, but leave that be. But that was the main one, at least on YouTube, who brought that up or whatever, and made that a whole story. But both Marcel and Tisha, that was a whole lie. It was not true, blah, 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 blah. Now, Marcel said if he found out that Tisha had an outside child on social media, he will forgive her. I will forgive you. I forgive you, Tisha. That's what he said. Tisha said, well, no, if I found out on social media that you had a baby on me, I would divorce you, take you for everything you have. You might not live to see the day of the next day. Okay, and I'm like, girl. So while they denied the rumor, I think him saying if she did it, he would forgive her. What half folk think he was saying that in hope of her saying, well, I will forgive you too. I don't think he has a whole side baby, but considering no one would have expected Martell to have a whole mistress and a side baby, anything's possible, okay? Anything around here is possible, okay? I forgot. We had 3 new confessional looks today, okay? So we had Kimmy's new look. Y'all know I love Kimmy. Y'all know Kimmy my favorite. I don't like this look as a confessional because it looked like it's the she's the first wife of Pastor somebody at church so and so. It's not a bad look, but it gives me church vibes. But I may need to see the whole outfit to see if it's cute. I like her hair. Her hair's really cute, but I'm like, it gives me, Pastor Deacon's wife, Mrs. So and so, okay, or a good Easter outfit. I like it, like it was Easter Sunday. We're going to brunch. I'm gonna look fancy. I like it like that. Mel's outfit, ooh, it's the bow. I don't like the bow. I also don't like the hair. I feel like it also looks loose on her. It doesn't fit the body too well. It needs to be a bit tighter around the arms, under the bust. For me, I don't like it. They showed this same look last week. I was like, oh, maybe we want it again. They showed it again. So again, here we are. Okay. And lastly, we have Martell. What is that? Velvet? I feel like Martell consistently buys suits that don't fit. I don't know if that's velvet, if it's leather, if it's pleather. Why is the shirt under it open down to the right below the nipples? I'm confused on this look. It looked like what someone will wear before they strip. It's like, is he a stripper now? He may be a stripper. I don't know. He gotta make some money. I don't like it. Okay, because it's too tight around the arms. You not that. I feel like Martell wear tight suits to make himself look stronger. Okay, bald head, strong shoulders, strong arms. That suit too tight. Anyway, those were the 3 new confessional looks that I had to show y'all. But let's get into Mel. Mel at home getting the kids ready because Martell is coming to get them or whatever. But when he gets there, he's like, I gotta put my game face on because I'm mad at him or whatever. He had me feel some kind of way, but I gotta put my game face on to be prepared to talk to him. And so he gets there. First of all, she got dressed, okay? Trying look, they sitting outside chitting, chatting. Honey, a whole long dress with a slit up the side, some good old heels. I'm like, girl, you was at home. Why you not relaxing? Even him and some people, I'm looking like, why is he, girl? I just can't do this. But, when he gets to the house, because he's never been there before, so he comes at least into the door. She's like, no, let's go outside and talk. We have a conversation, Martell. Okay? So outside, like, we got to talk about respect, okay, boundaries and stuff like that. So for her, she's like, when it's time to exchange the kids or whatever, I need you to, not say you can't get them because you sick or whatever. No. I need you to not say you can't get them for whatever reason, okay? Because I then see you on social media doing shit at events. He then say, well, you told me that you were sick, okay? But I then saw you in Georgia, okay? So we both need to be better at working, with each other for the kids or whatever. I'm not gonna, he called her out. And I feel like because she didn't say, well, that's not true. I think she probably did tell him she wasn't feeling well. And so, but I feel like him saying he can't get the kids because he got whatever going on versus her maybe saying he can't get them because I just wonder if her reason was I can't get the kids and I'm sick, and it wasn't he couldn't get them. So I don't know how that goes or whatever. So he also brings up how, other than that, of them both needing to be better working together for the kids, he brings up how, even you being angry over social media stuff, we got to get that fixed too, okay? Because the kids might see you being so angry. I'm like, Martell, do not bring up things the kids can see because the kids are seeing all of this because of what you did, bruh. What you did, okay? Anyway, he then brings up how I don't even know how you see what I post because I don't see what you post. I'm like, he looked like he lying. Look, his knees look they lying. His ankles is lying. His fingers is lying. His bald head. Look, Martell is dressed like a bald headed liar. Okay, you can't tell me no different or whatever. And his thing is, you called me angry, cussing me out, okay, and had you called me and just talk to me, it would have been better, and I probably would have removed that post that pissed you off. So again, he's talking about him posting the daughter at school and mentioning the new kid or whatever is what made her pissed off, and she called and cussed him out. And my thing is, but he be doing shit to piss her off. But her point was, I didn't even want you to remove it. That was my issue. Now we didn't get to see why she called him custom out. I'm like, if you don't want to remove it, what's the point? But again, leave that be. He then said, like, look, at first I didn't get it. Okay, I felt like I could post whatever, but now I get that because things are still fresh and hard between us, okay, that I should not post it. As I get that now. Oh, now you get it. Now you get it. Martell be so Martell do. Marcel said that he'll like apologize or whatever, or he did something wrong, but he'll still do some other shit that still makes things to be messed up. And I'm looking like, right, you did something wrong, and now you want to like, oh, I get it, it was my fault. So it feels like if someone cussed you out from that point on, they being petty. If Martell. Anyway, he like I never do anything to hurt you or turn you down. She's like, that's not too much, because you was on a whole media tour, okay, talking about me. We then see the video he did with Heavenly, him being on Steve Harvey, and then she also brings up how you have been disrespecting me for the longest or whatever, and I cannot believe you even called Funky Dineva and tried to talk to him. We then see the footage of Mel being interviewed by Funky and Martell calling, like he kept calling, trying to interrupt her interview. He then said, because I felt like you were lying, now I'm trying to, I'm like, but it ain't, the point is, that was her interview. And you kept calling. But again, he was on some bullshit. So she brings about, look, we need to discuss boundaries, whatever. We need to have a whole conversation because the kids should be our focal points, and we have to figure out how to co-parent. Do you want to go to somebody else who can help, teach us or coach us to be better at the boundaries that we both have? He's, I agree, we should go see a counselor, whatever, to help us learn how to talk about things. Bam, bam, bam. So Mel going to the house with the kids, her mom is there. And so even though Mel left him outside, he said he was hot. You hot between them damn jean shorts and them damn loafers and that button-up shirt. Okay. It's like if you going to a barbecue to a work event. It's like it's the button-up shirt and the jean shorts and the loafers that to me do not go together. Okay. Not to go pick your kids up in the hot Alabama heat. Okay. But anyway, so he wanted to go in the house because he was hot outside. Go sit in your car. Okay. But he go in the house because he knock, 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 and Mel mom answer. Oh, hey. The funny part was he gave her a hug. She didn't want that hug. Oh, hey, Martell. Oh, okay. Don't tell me. Anyway, so she tells him how you've been real busy lately. Okay, saying some pretty mean things and whatnot, Martell. But we're gonna talk about that real soon. He was like, oh, I would prefer. I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should have any kind of conversation because anything I've said was being said out of anger and also was me responding to what was being said about me. She was like, say that, Martell. I don't want to hear it. No. And she gave him the hand. Now, as you see, they nowhere near each other or whatever. Martell then say he yells up the stairs because the kids are all upstairs. He yells upstairs, kids, hurry up because your grandma was down here giving me the hand. I don't like it. I look like. And she's like, why would you do that? Again, why would you include the kids in anything going on with the adults? And Martell keep doing that. And that's what pisses Mel off. You include our kids in your retaliation to something the adults did. If you did not like her mama saying, I don't want to hear that bullshit, well, leave the house. Go outside. You was outside any damn way. Shut the fuck up, Martell. And then he said, well, you was being rude and disrespectful to me by giving me the hand, and I'm here to get my kids. I'm looking like Martell. Ugh, fuck you. Because again, as the mama said, I did not disrespect you at all, but I'm gonna call out bullshit when I see it. It was like, yes, because he was bullshitting her. So to call the kids down as a buffer because you can't handle the shit that you've done, it's why we don't fuck with you right now, Martell, because you will not fully sit in it. You have to address your kid's mom for what you've done instead about her daughter the past few months. Okay? Okay. Anyway, we then still a scene with Kimmy, Maurice, and Monster. Monster is going to be starting high school this coming next year. And Maurice brings up how he wants him to put away his childish ways because he has to grow up because he's becoming, a young man, a young adult. And so Monster brings up how, because Monster was outside like playing basketball and not in the house playing games how he usually be. And so they also sit him down or whatever. They talk about, okay, so what do you want to do this summer? I want to get a job. I want to make some money. I'm make some money mowing the lawn. And I asked my mom if she can buy me a riding lawnmower to make it easier. And they're like, well, mow our lawn, but whatever. So we then see he brings up how he has picked the high school he wants to attend. And so they FaceTime his mom, Kyle. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit, nah. So they FaceTime Kyle or whatever, let her know he's chosen this particular school or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then, because Maurice and Monster was more talking to Kyle on the phone and Kimmy on the sideline, and Kimmy brought up how, sometimes Maurice will not include her as if she isn't sitting there. So she would just interject herself when she needs to. So hey, I'm here too. Okay, so we're going to have a party for the kids who are all graduating from 8th grade to 9th grade or whatever. So we haven't picked a date, but we want to let you know so that you can come too. And I'm sure that Maurice and Martha will let you know that date. But again, her point was he can't be sitting around here acting like I'm not right here. Okay, I need to be included. And that's fine, that's good. And then Kai will also suggest, I think we all need to get together, have a conversation or whatever, because the last time we were all together, it was not the best. And they showed the reunion. And now the shit show, and that was like 2 years ago. So we shall see if that was the last time they have a conversation. But I'm like, I want to see this conversation. And even though Maurice cracked a joke, like, don't do that. Like, this is supposed to be a nice moment. Like, a bad joke can turn this shit left. So just stop, okay? We will all meet up fine. As Kimmy said, her and Kai were on our interview. If y'all have not watched it, go back to my channel because the interview with us and Kimmy is on. But she brought up how her and Kai's relationship was getting better. And I think them having just even that small communication back and forth is a good thing. So again, that's great. We then meet the new cast member, Tiffany. Okay. Now Mel said her and Tiffany have known each other for 7 years. And I forgot what she said Tiffany do. She met her from wherever, I don't know either. But again, they friends now. Okay. Now they chat about Tiffany's current wedding, her Mel's recent divorce, and also Tiffany's past divorce and whatnot. Mel brings, because she has to come, how you doing? How things going. And Mel said, like, I'm doing okay now. It was hard for a minute and whatnot. But again, I'm loving getting to know more of myself, just getting to know me. And then Tiffany brings up how when she first got divorced, it was very, very hard for her. Okay. But she, is now great or whatever. It was good, bad, or different. So she just knows how Mel was feeling initially, so she felt bad, knowing how much pain Mel must have been in. And Mel said how it was great to talk to somebody who has went through it, what you went through, because you then don't feel lonely. She then said, someone being open, authentic, and vulnerable about their experience that you've also been through, you realize it's not this you. I felt like that was a shot at Destiny, because as we all know, Destiny got divorced too, but she did not share any of that with Mel. So I do feel like on one part or the other, Mel feel like I could have not felt so alone had you told me you were also getting divorced. Okay, I could have had someone to talk to who was going through the same thing at the same time as me, but you ain't say shit. But again, to have Tiffany be open, honest, vulnerable, authentic, I was like, girl, she talking about destiny, I think. But anyway, she gets to the point of her having Tiffany there. Tiffany works, I think, like maybe in HR and staffing. And so Mel brings up how, she's so busy being a mom, working on TV, this and that and that and this. And she's like, she needs help. So she wants to hire some interns, hopefully some HBCUs, and she wants them to like help her run her stuff. She wants like 2 interns per thing. Like, okay, for me being a mom, I need 2 interns to help, organize that. For me being the TV stuff, I need 2 interns to do that. For my, social media, I need, and it's true. Like, y'all don't know how hard it is for me to work my full-time job, to run my YouTube channel, plus my IG page. Plus we have Ladies First panel, plus we have our own, like, it's a lot. And sometimes you do want to be able to trust someone to help run those things, but we don't trust nobody else. So we run all our own stuff right now. But Mel's at a point where she can pay someone to be liable for what they do to her stuff. So again, cool. She also invites Tiffany to Destiny's birthday party, as we see for next week, and that shit looks like it's gonna be a bit spicy. Okay. Anyway, Martell then goes by Chris' house for a chit chat or whatever. Okay. Now we know Chris has already went to Mel and asked Mel about building on the 47 acres, but Martell does not know that yet. And when he gets to Chris's house, Chris has all these papers and plans or whatever sitting out because Chris is studying for his builder's license. I was like, oh, Martell brings up how he failed the test 7 years ago. And so he needed to be studying with Chris because he also needs to get his builder's license. So Martell does not have a builder's license. He has not had one in the past 7 years. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. Anyway, Chris brings up how, the 47 acres has sold. Okay. The deal is closed. Cool. He then brings up how, the developer asked him to speak with Mel because he wanted her to build some homes since Mel has a builder's license. I was like, oh. So Mel has one, but Martell does not. And Martell funked it 7 years ago and just never went ahead and got it. So at this point in time, he said, but Mel also said, when I went and talked to her, that she know that was a passion project of yours, that she does not want to have any conflict with you. She wanted me to talk to you first. He gets upset. I can't believe you being my friend would go and talk to Mel, who was my ex-wife, you know what I'm saying, without talking to me first. Like, why would you talk to me first? I'm looking like it was business, okay? It was weird to me how upset Martell was, as if Chris can't work with Mel. I'm like, if she's still in the builder's realm and you aren't, why would he not go to her? Okay. Martell then said, you know what I'm saying, that's my ex-wife, that's my family or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and I have a connection. No, I have a connection with somebody else who has a builder's license, so I could have still worked on the land too through someone else. I'm looking like, well, why? Who wants to go through all that bullshit? Why would you not have already gotten your builder's license, Martell? Chris, like, look, I get what you're saying. Okay. But the developers wanted to work with somebody who has a license now. Okay. And they would be able to have that name on deed. And again, Martell feels like everyone should help him in every way they can or whatever. He said, look, I was the one building the houses back in the day or whatever with me and Mel. And I'm trying to get off my ass and get back to being busy building. So why would you not want to help me put money in my pocket? And when Chris said, look, he then asked Chris, are you taking the builder test so that you can build houses on the land? He said, well, it crossed my mind. I was like, oh, Chris. But Chris is about business, okay? The fact that Martell had this whole deal going on and never thought, let me go get my builder's license, to me shows he wants other folks to do the work for him in some way, in some shape or way. So Martell then said, oh, I get it. Oh, okay. You want to partner with my ex-wife. Because if she's building houses and you have a building license, you can help her build on the land. Oh, I cannot believe all that. And when Chris keeps saying, I'm looking at all of this from a business standpoint, Martell then say, well, that ain't true. No, you don't, because if that was the case, you would have I would have had someone else sell the land. I let you do that because we friends. I felt like I should put money in your pocket, so you should want to put money in my pocket too by not having someone else build on the land. I'm just like Martell. Mel is your ex-wife who has your 4 children. Him doing that does put money in your wife's pocket, which helps your children, which helps you. Because if mama's stable and daddy ain't, the kids are still taken care of. But Martell is selfish, in my opinion, okay? And, for him to say you should want to line my pockets just like I try to line yours, it was like, you old sneaky bastard. He wants folks, again, he wants people to just help him. I'm like, it's dumb. So Chris, like, look, that I had to do what the client asked me to do. They asked me to go talk to Mel, so I did that or whatever. But again, you trying to combine business and personal, and I'm not doing that. I'm not looking at it that way. And Martella, I'm the one who did all this emotion. I'm the one who did. I did all of this shit. I connected all the dots. It's me, and I'm the one who sold the land. I'm like, nigga, you did not do all, girl. His sense of entitlement is crazy. Like how Chris said, no. Don't do that. You did not do all of this on your own. No, you did not. I did work too. Anyway, Martell, I felt like I was stabbed in the back. Like it's like I'm like, he did not backstab you. He did, girl. This is a crazy bald man in a tight shirt and tight pants who needs Jesus, okay? Anyway, lastly, we see Martell and Mel go to co-parenting, okay? And they go to see Dr. What's her name? No. I don't know what her name is. Anyway, she is a co-parenting therapist or whatever. Is it Dr. Davis? I'll figure it out. But on the way there, when they talk at Martell, because they had a little joint confessional. Carlos said he requested for them to do at least, a joint confession about things going on. And I'm like, Lord. Now Martell is saying how he hopes the next person they go see the doctor is not biased. Okay, not biased to him, not biased to Mel. He then brings up how he felt like Dr. Francis was biased. Okay, that he did not understand Martell as he should have, considering he was a man who was also married for a long time. I'm like, what? This fool said Dr. Francis should have got the reason I did things because he was a married man or a man in general. And he should have known, why I did A, B, C, D, E, F, and G or whatever. And then how Dr. Francis wasn't relatable because he had not went through things like Mel and Martell had. Mel said, well, maybe he would just call out the bullshit. And he was. Because if we recall, Dr. Francis would be understanding, but then also call out Martell's bullshit. I'm like, girl, Martell is stupid to say that Dr. Francis did not understand shit because he had not gotten over basically being cheated on or really cheat her. I was like, get out my damn face, Martell. So they go, Dr. Price. Her name was something Price, Dr. Price. And she asked, okay, so how are the kids? Because again, she's a co-parenting therapist or whatever. Martell said, I think the kids are fine. They're fine. I do not want to bring in a therapist because I think that would create issues, okay? Where there aren't any. And then she asked, well, Mel, what do you think? Mel say, look, Martell is like any other black person who feel, not any other, but like other black people who feel like you do not need therapy and they don't think it's needed until it's too late, okay? First of all, the one daughter is becoming very reserved. The other daughter created a song about why did you break my heart? And so I felt like, how can a 5-year-old come up with that song unless there's something bothering them? And their son had resentment towards Martell because of him seeing Mel cry. He knew dad made mom cry, and that did not sit well with the son. So as Mel is saying all this, Martell looking like, well, damn, he didn't know any of this because why? He isn't a parent who pays attention. Okay, he wanted full custody of them kids, and he had no idea that his 3 kids, 3 of his 5, have issues with the divorce of their parents. I'm looking like, girl. And so she said, what did you hear Mel say? Excuse me. What did you hear Mel say, Martell? I heard her say that there are issues with our kids that need to be addressed. So again, I guess he didn't know. Excuse me, his water. I do feel like Martell wants the best for his children, even though he has continually did things that has altered their life. I think when he hears something's wrong, he wants to fix it. But I don't know if that's because the cameras is on or if he just had common sense at that moment. So she asked, okay, what two things do y'all think y'all can tackle easily? Okay, what's the easy thing? Mel brings up when it's time for him to the kids, I just wish he would show up. Okay, and not, have a reason that's why he can't get them or whatever. And then I end up having them for like 3 weeks. But they usually switch from week to week. So Martell admits, okay, so right now, I'm having a hard time financially. So when I have them, I can't do as much as I used to do. So that, that's hard or whatever. And so it's like at times I just feel stuck. And that is hard for me to deal with. Okay. Now when he's saying this, he's crying. Okay. Well, he's emotional. He's trying to stop himself from crying. Mel is tearing up. And as Mel said, like, it's hard for you, anyone who says that you've been with somebody for all these years, to see them hurt. You feel something because, again, you share a life or whatever. So he gets up and like leaves and get her some tissue, but gets Mel tissue because she's crying. So when he come back or whatever, he brings up how Mel, when she went through him cheating and she was sad, she had him to lean on. Even though he caused the shit, he said she still had me as her backbone or whatever. She's always had someone to have her back. He said, but for me, like, I'm going through it right now, and I have no one who has my back. And, and I've lost everything. Okay. And so it's just me. He's like, I know it's my bed. I know it's my bed. He's like, I know I fucked up. And it's the bed that I made, and I have to lie. And I know that. However, it does not mean it's not hard. I will say this. That's true. People do things and then have to suffer the consequences or whatever. It does not mean what they have to go through doesn't hurt them. But at the same time, fuck you, Martell. Like, I'm like, nigga, fuck you. Okay, anyway. So, he's emotional too. So Mel rub, like, oh, it's okay. She like rubs his arm, whatever. He's like, stop, back, what you doing? I'm like, the fuck? You just said that no one has your back. And she tries to just console you with a arm, just one arm, little touch or whatever. And I'm like, the fuck? And Dr. Price says it's hard for you to accept her being supportive of you. He said, well, yeah, it is, or whatever. And so Mel's like, well, he has witnessed me, break down. He's witnessed me, been in the closet, crying on the floor, wrapping the blanket. So he's seen that with me. So I get what he means. However, you can't stop just because you now have 5 kids to support. Like, you have 5 kids who depend on you. You can't stop and be moped because that's this is your life. It's like you have a lot of things to be responsible for. Like, I'm not gonna talk about that. Like, why would you? It's like he got mad that she brought up that he can't be out here moping around because you still have 5 kids to support. But now he's telling her, I'm not going to discuss that on camera. I'm not going to talk about that now or here. I'm saying I take care of all my kids or whatever. But we're only here to discuss the 4 kids that we have. She's like, yeah, but you have 5 kids. Like, you have 5 kids, point blank period or whatever. So we then see the confessional. They're going back and forth. He brings up how the kids do know they're divorced and their dad cheated because she told them. They'll say, no. And so they know because they were in the house and heard all the fussing. He then say, well, no. She also said they saw everything. He said, yeah, because I told you, I kept asking you to be quiet when we would argue. She said, well, no, I kept asking you to stop doing it, but you kept doing it. Meaning you wanted me to stop fussing at you for cheating on me, but you would not stop cheating on me. And I'm like, this motherfucker really just said, I asked you to not fuss with me so loud about me cheating on you. But when she said, but I asked you before that to stop doing it and you would not. Martell is a piece of shit. He then said the kids are vulnerable and they hear everything or whatever. She said, I know. I know. You should have kept that in mind and kept your dick in our household and maybe we would not be here right now. Right. You keep saying things could have been different, But you taking your dick outside the house is the reason all of this has happened. When he then said, well, no, we will still be here even if I did not do that. She was like, what? You have been asking, you beg me every other day to take you back. He's like, no, all I do is ask you about stuff for the kids. Okay, and then I'm like, what? He is completely saying things because he know that girl gonna watch the show. And he wants to save face with her because he know Mel will not take him back. She's like, she's like, do you tell yourself that to make yourself feel better? Is that what it is? Because you can't really believe that. You know what I'm saying? You only, he said, I only, what did he say? He said, I only, he said, no, I would never feel that way if we did not have kids. Meaning, I would not want you back had we not had children. She was like, okay, wow. Okay. Thank you, Martell. Thank you. Meaning, I now know your game. Leave me the fuck be. So, end of the day, they still in here, whatever, chit chatting. I'm gonna change the little picture. They was going back and forth, whatever. And at one point, the kids, we found out the kids do not know about the extra baby. Okay. And so it's like, well, I want to know, like, when will we make time to sit down or whatever, talk about the kids, finding out they have a sibling. Like, I want to know when he'll be ready to do that on his time. He then said, I don't want to discuss that here or now, boom, boom, boom. So to me, it's crazy that Martell wants to tell everyone that he has the right to talk about his kids whenever he wants on social media, but he does not want to talk to his children about having a sibling. You posted on social media about a kid you have, but have not had a conversation with your own children. Do you know people's parents watch the fucking show and God forbid your kids find out from someone else at school or at daycare because they overheard someone say, that boy daddy got a baby? Why would you not have that conversation? How can you say that you want to, never deny any of your kids, but you would not tell your 4 kids about your 5th child? Martell is full of shit. Okay. And I love that Dr. Price brought up how my ex, my child's father, who is not together anymore, after we broke up, we found out that he had a kid. And even though I was pissed about it, my son was 7. When it was time to tell my son about it, I was there. I didn't say anything, but I was still there because I'm his mom. And she's like, my son had to know our family was going to change. But my presence showed him that it was okay for him to accept it because mommy's here too. Even if I felt different inside, my child knew I was cool with it on the outside end. Boom, boom, boom. So your child needs that reassurance or whatever. You have to show your kids that y'all are still a team. That's what y'all should do. And both Mel and Martell agree with that. And they love that. They love the help she gave them or whatever. And so session 1 was kind of a success. But outside leaving, he brings up how he was upset or he wanted to thank her about trying to have his back with the 47 acres. But when she brings up, like, first of all, the deal is not off the table, whatever. I know Chris too. And my thing was to check with you rather than me saying I won't do it or whatever. He said, but you don't build. He's like, well, neither do you. Okay, I have not seen you lay a brick, do anything at all. So if you think I don't build, neither do you. My thing is, Mel is the one with the license, okay? And then she said, "Bye, Martell Holt. Bye, Martell Holt." I'm like, girl, that whole name was the whole thing. Anyway, that was the whole thing. This is a long review. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is like almost 40 minutes. I'm going to let y'all be. I will talk y'all later. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, peace.